Okay, they asked about the gerrymandering, that the Supreme Court upheld it for them to continue the gerrymandering. So I'm going to ask, is there a way that they can combat the gerrymandering, or how much of the gerrymandering is going to be an aid for them? Will this gerrymandering continue to be a big aid for the Republicans? Will it continue to be a big aid for the Republicans, this gerrymandering? Will gerrymandering continue to be a big aid for the Republicans, or will we be able to get a handle on it some way? This gerrymandering. What can you tell us about this gerrymandering? What can you tell us about this gerrymandering that was just upheld by the Supreme Court? What can we know about gerrymandering that was upheld by the Supreme Court? Okay, let's begin. Underneath of it all, we have justice. Was justice really served when it came to their ruling on gerrymandering? Okay. Well, what we have with it is, the special interest groups and the Republicans are smiling all the way to the bank with this one. They feel like they've gotten away with something. And the challenge to this is the government finding a way to step in to change some laws when it comes to gerrymandering. Okay, so let's see. In the center of it all, we have, people are being misled, unstable guidance. We have the judgment. There will be a lot of judgments concerning this. And that this is, again, something that's got the Ten of Swords. Now, the Ten of Swords in this case is not in their back, but they're right behind them. Okay. Those Ten of Swords are chasing you. And, what the challenge to that is the energy to stand up against this. Okay. So again, judgment. We have the judgment. We have justice. People are getting the bad guidance. They're getting the bad things from the court with that. So all is not lost, but it's not a dead issue. Okay, not a dead issue. It's following the Republicans. Those swords are awful close, but again, the challenge is get the energy and to get the government to be able to pass some other laws against the gerrymandering. So at this point in time, they've gotten away with some of it for now. but let's continue to see what we have going for it. So, going into it, yeah, this is something that needs to be worked on, by the Democratic side. It's something that has been worked on by those that are sitting fat and sassy there, that they think they've got it all figured out. Okay, this is something they've worked on and put together, this way of cheating, and it is a way to cheat. And what we have the challenge is the suffering that it's causing, the sorrow, the suffering that it's causing people. That, feeling like sometimes your vote doesn't count, or, what's the use? They've already got it locked up. They've, railroaded the system, basically. They have found every way by hook or crook to try to railroad the system to their benefit. Okay, underneath of it all. Now, this is interesting. Underneath of it all, we have the Seven of Swords. They've gotten away with it up to this point. Now, what's interesting in this deck, it looks like the Seven of Swords, but it's not. This is the Five, where they've, managed to upend things. They've managed to gain this advantage. And the challenge is, we see how they've started. We need to find a way to end it so they no longer can continue to get away with this, and to basically strong-arm people through this action. Okay. What's above it? Okay. What's above it is we need to have those that are willing to stand up. Some of the new people, I think, in the House, willing to stand up and to take the bull by the horns, because we're going to have to move forward on this issue, take a hard stance, and we need to be the enterprise. The challenge is to get more, and I think it's through the next election, we need to get more people in the Senate, overturn the Senate, so that they could actually start speaking out and making some changes, and getting more people that would be able to make new laws concerning this gerrymandering issue. Okay, going forward. Yeah, again, same thing. We need to gain more strength. Those that are willing to stand up for this issue, to make things more fair rather than taking unfair advantage. Okay. And the challenge is to control. We need to find a way to control this issue. And the only way we're going to get control of this issue, again, is to pass new laws. In order to pass new laws, we need to have enough people in the Senate that would actually do that. Okay, hopes and fears. Okay. The hope is that we've done enough advantage when it comes to the emperor, when it comes to Trump, that the wheel, the challenge is that of karma, to karma come in and take him out to lose the election, or whatever way we get him out, that we're able to get him out and make some changes. Okay, emotions surrounding this. What is the emotion surrounding this? Yeah. That Trump, you still have these ones out there speaking for Trump, and the stumping for Trump, and the challenge is his instability, okay, his craziness, So our challenge is Trump's craziness, and for those that are still stumping for him, okay, their instability, that there are cracks in the system, okay? There are cracks in the system when it comes to him and his drama. That we've seen is, karma is coming to the forefront, and he will be gone. But let's see if there's something else that can tell us. What else can we know on this issue? Okay. Well, I think what we see, and this always reminds me of drink the Kool-Aid. Drink the Kool-Aid. The Kool-Aid's fine. Poison, a little poison, but it never hurt anybody. Just drink it up, okay? So, what we have here, is we've drunk the Kool-Aid for way too long, okay? And, that regime is coming to an end. Okay, it's time for there to end, and the challenge is, again, unmasking their game, which is, you see the drops of blood here, the game that they've made on the backs of other people. Okay, it's time for that regime to end. So I think this is speaking to the whole of the Republican agenda. So many of them coming up to be voted on need to be voted out. It's time for they've had their time in the sun. It's coming to a painful end now. People have had enough of it. Time for them to fall on their sword and die already. Okay, because the way that they've done their gains through their illegal activities, and just really sucking the lifeblood out of us, that is going to come to an end. So I think that this will be, let me ask this, will this be turned around? Will this be turned around when we get a new Senate, when we get them voted out? Okay. All the illusions and the drama and the fears they put in people, and the mistaken notions that they've put out, that they've been serving up, the Republican Party has been serving up, and people have been drinking it and taking it hook, line, and sinker. The challenge is to put an end to it, okay? Change the system. Yeah. So our challenge is there to change that system. So yeah, if we get voted in, get the Democrats in the Senate and the House, we get enough of a majority of people, get McConnell out, get Jordan out, get these, what do they call it, the Freedom Caucus, get the members of these anarchists, these freedom caucuses that have sold out to Putin and to the highest bidder of any country they can sell out to fill their own coffers. Once they're out, we can go ahead and make the changes. Got to take this call. Thanks for tuning in.